Hey everybody, it's Governor Gavin Newsom, and I know we're all on this platform in search for the truth. But the truth is, I've not been able to find a simple explanation for the fact that we have a red state murder problem. 8 of the top 10 states with the highest murder rates happen to be red states. So the question is simple. What are the laws and policies in those states that are leading to such carnage?
Oh wow, I'm really shocked about this turn of events. I didn't expect, especially someone of Gavin Newsom's caliber, I mean, he is the governor of California, to start an account on Truth Social, which I believe that someone in his team advised him to do so because they foresee that platform becoming very popular, especially as the midterms are approaching. Also, the fact that the Twitter is becoming less popular. On one hand, Elon Musk has exposed a lot of spam accounts that exist on the Twitter, and on the other hand, the fact that his deal might actually go through, it would cause that blue check marks would lose some of the privilege that they already have on the Twitter. So they're now trying to branch out. They don't want the conversation to just happen on Truth Social without their input. Honestly, I think this is a good thing. I embrace debate and conversation. Personally, I find this topic very interesting. I didn't know that the murder rates is higher in red states than in blue states. But when I did a little bit of searching, it seems that while that statement is true, the blue cities are actually the worst places when it comes to murder rates in the United States. So while the crime in red states seems to be dissipated, it's very concentrated within blue states, especially in blue cities. That would be an interesting topic, wouldn't it? To have a debate without the input of the Twitter's trust and safety, right? Because they already have made their mind on which side they're going to back. And if you happen to have a conversation with the other side, they will be looming over you, making absolutely sure that what you say is acceptable. And even if you follow the terms of service of Twitter, as we see with libs of TikTok, the moderators are conspiring behind closed doors to try and find a way to ban her. And they were like, oh, we banned Donald Trump. Why can't we ban libs of TikTok? In other words, they have taken sides, and if you're effective at what you're doing, they will try to find a broken tail light to pull you over. But if you're on the correct side, like we see it with the Star Wars account, the official Star Wars account from Disney, which is encouraging harassment and bullying of people, then they just ignore it because you're on the correct side of history, I guess. Now, regarding Gavin Newsom going on Trump's platform, I do believe that Trump's platform is going to become the new Parler at this point, especially if it manages to attract politically neutral people, if it manages to get actors involved, if it manages to get business owners, corporations, then you know that the platform is becoming successful, because this is what happened with Parler. And Parler was a breath of fresh air. I remember when people were talking about the Nazis and the Holocaust on Twitter, conversations that I never have with my friends in normal circles, people on Parler were talking about why golf is better than sex. Here's 10 reasons. And I was like, yeah, I mean, if you give me enough beer, I might entertain that notion. But the problem is that they shot it down, right? Because they were threatened. And it turns out that they accused Parler of being involved with January the 6th. But later it comes out that most people organize themselves on Facebook and Telegram. Both of those platforms escaped unharmed because the reality wasn't trying to control and sanitize the speech. It was the fact that Parler was becoming a competitor. And they don't like that. They want the message to be concentrated so they can control it. But apparently, Gavin Newsom going on Trump's social shows that they can't control the message anymore and they have to go in another place. I also love the reaction from people. Like, for example, this lady who didn't put her pronouns in the bio. She put her pronouns in the name. She claims that Gavin is going to be banned within 24 hours. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that. Now, sure, he is probably going to get a little bit of harassment, right? A little bit of criticism, but this would also happen to a right-winger who goes on a far-left forum after getting banned, of course. I don't think Republicans are going to ban him. He's going to get criticism, and again, like, it's not him, because I don't think, like, he actually operates his Truth Social account. Like, let's not delude ourselves. Probably has a team that's going to do it for him. And they're going to have a very difficult job. But still, it's interesting. I like this, especially if the conversation would actually happen. I don't know if he's just going to have like these videos where he talks about issues and doesn't respond. But if he actually interacts and responds with people, it would be a very interesting place to be. I don't remember the last time the right and the left had a debate. In fact, like the actual last time the right and the left had a debate was during the vice presidential debates, right? Because the presidential debates were a lot of ad hominems, but when Kamala Harris and Mike Pence actually stood at a table and they actually discussed it, was literally the only time that I saw on television the right and the left having a conversation. Like, even if you look at the Senate or the House and they are debating on something, you will see that the right-winger comes there, issues a statement, the left-winger comes there, issues another statement, completely talking past each other, because it doesn't matter, right? Like, conversation and dialogue just doesn't happen anymore. At least not in public, like maybe behind closed doors. And honestly, I do blame mostly people on the left for this, because on Twitter, if you disagree with them, they block you. In real life, if you disagree with them, they block you. They even have this tactic when they're going to protest. If you start asking questions, they immediately form a line and they start chanting you down. Like, they will repeat something over and over and they will yell something. I'm pretty sure you guys saw the videos of this online where they're not interested in discussion or debate. In fact, they used to have this chant back in 2014, no platform for fascists or no platform for sexists or whatever, right? So they would decide that if you're not with them, you're a fascist. Like, that is the only other point you can have. Like, you're either fully on board with what they're saying or you're a fascist. And if you're a fascist, you need to be the platform. Like, no entertainment, no talking, no nothing. And they did this in universities. They did this at protests. They're doing it online by blocking, muting people. And if they have the power, they will try to get you suspended over TOS violations. Something that they're not going to be able to do on Truth Social. They're not going to be able to use terms of service because, from what I understand, as long as it's legal, you're allowed to say it. So as long as it's within the First Amendment, as long as you can say it on the streets, then that's fine. Which is something that Elon Musk wants to bring on Twitter. I don't know if he's going to bring it or not, but that's part of the idea. Is that his vision is that if it's legal, then it should be allowed. And if you think it's so offensive, so horrible that it should not be uttered, then why isn't it made into legislation? Like, surely if enough people find something to be that vile and that disgusting, then people would agree and they would criminalize it and they would pass it into legislation. And that's the way a normal society should function. But anyway, right, let me know what you guys think about this, because I find it very interesting. And if you do like this channel, please consider supporting me. There's a link into the pinned comment. Click there if you want to support this channel. Otherwise, subscribing, liking, and commenting also helps. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.